we've got a boat show going on here in Indianapolis, and it has been a blast. We we sell a lot of boats out this thing. Last year we sold 92 boats. This year we're looking to do closer to 100 plus, and it's an adventure, So it's been taking a lot of my energy and my capacity of thought to do these live videos, and I needed to just get on here. But I had used the time that I was driving into the show, because we're on site at the Indianapolis State Fairgrounds, to prepare myself for the day, and hadn't really had much on the thought other than just getting ready for the show. And I think maybe that's something to talk about is mentally. I'll put my glasses on here. It's beautiful out today. Sun is bright and shining in the sky. So yeah, I mean, sales is a mental game, right? It's a lot about internal communication, internal resilience, optimism, being solution oriented, being customer service oriented, value alignment oriented, which is huge. I think a lot of times people get in sales, and the reason they think it's so hard, like at first, it's because they don't teach you at first to find out what the customer wants and needs. It's more about find out if these customers want to buy something, want to buy something, anything. When really sales is about finding out what people's desires are, their wants are, depending on what sales their sales industry you're in, pain points. So wants and needs, pain points, things that they want to avoid, but also things that they want to achieve. And so, like in boating, it's leisure, it's a lifestyle purchase. So it's not a need, it's a want. These people aren't using these boats for business. There are some, obviously, industries that, that is their business, but these are pontoons, runabouts, fishing boats, things like that. So these are leisure time. So it's really just about finding out everything that a customer wants and how that aligns with them on the product that you have. And so when you're in sales, mentally, there's a graduation and an evolution over time to getting to become a better salesperson. And really the best salespeople ask really good questions. And they ask those questions with the purpose of helping the client understand what it is they really want, what it is that they will accept, and then also what they are investing in to clarify the value of the product for the customer, not by just telling them the awesome things about the boat, because that's presumptive. The boat may be an awesome boat in general, but specifically the things on the boat may not be that valuable to the customer. Not that they don't value the things, but the thing they value the most may not be that it has a radio, or like in fishing, there's a lot of fishermen that's like, oh yeah, you like that radio, it's got this X blah 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 radio, and they don't listen to the radio when they fish. So hyping up the radio and talking about these things for 5 minutes that are not valuable or in line with what that customer is seeing value in is a waste of both people's time. And so that's why it's more important to ask questions to the customer with the purpose of genuinely uncovering what it is they really want and they need, and how this solves their objectives, and then finding that product that does those things at the highest level or has the most alignment with the customer. And so once you get really good at that, the sales becomes a little less stressful. Sales just inherently is stressful because it's one customer after the next and all of the different things, logistics, etc. But overall, you start to realize that you're not going to sell every customer, because not every customer wants to buy your product. Not every customer needs to buy your product. And so you see I hear a lot of the comments like, we're going to sell every single person. So the mentality is there that we're going to do everything we can to sell that person, but it's not realistic to think that you can sell every person that you talk to about your product or your service, because it may not be in line with their wants and their needs. And if there is not an alignment with their wants and their needs, there is not a level of value they see in the product, and then also there's not a sense of urgency, especially in reference to the time frame that you are wanting to sell, and they are wanting to buy, then there won't be a sale 100% of the time. People do buy on impulse, but they'll buy on impulse if things align to a certain extent. But most people are not just going to walk up on a $20,000, $30,000 plus, product or service and just buy it because you're a really good salesperson. Now, maybe like a stick of gum or a bottle of water. That's why they set them up at the cash register. Just it's a quick look, like, oh yeah, I could use that. That's a pretty low friction scenario where somebody just grabs a thing of gum. But a major purchase, tens of thousands of dollars, it's not likely that you're just gonna, because you're really good at what you do, just sell somebody something by telling them about how awesome it is, right? So now you can sell somebody something that they may not have otherwise saw value in or had a focus on by asking the right questions that would lead them to see heightened value in that product, and then you can get a sale. So that's where sales can get pretty confusing, and then it becomes a mental game because you really struggle back and forth with, like, I gotta get this deal, but these people don't want to buy, and then it's like, well, I don't feel like they want to buy, but then everybody tells me I should be closing them. All of these things are part of the mental experience of a salesperson. And so ultimately, at the end of the day, the stress becomes less when you are clear that the questions that you ask are not just to find out if they're buying the product. The questions that you ask are to guide the customer, assist the customer, help the customer come to a clear understanding for themselves that the product or service that you are selling is valuable to them, and that the cost they will pay or the investment that they will make in this product or service aligns with their financial goals and is equal to or greater than. So if the cost exceeds value, you will not get a sale. But if the value exceeds cost, you will get a sale every time. Your job is to ask questions that elevate the value of your product or service beyond the cost of that service. And when you make it that simple, sales can be a lot more fun. It can be a lot more comfortable and fluid for you as the salesperson when you realize that that's really all that you need to do is ask great questions. And then by asking those questions, you enhance the emotional feeling that people get by investing in your product or service. So there's the needs and wants and desires, but when you can elevate the outcome by purchasing the product or service, or the emotion that people get, the client, not you, the client gets by investing in the product or service beyond the cost to engage with or procure your product or service, then you're going to have a sale every time. So hopefully that's some wisdom for this morning. Appreciate you all guys for staying on here. Hopefully this is bringing value. I share because I care, and I want people to be more informed about sales, business, life, and just things that have helped me succeed in the way that I have, and have continued to allow me to move forward with my pursuit of sales and business and coaching and consulting, etc. Stay lavish, guys. I hope you have a great day. Hopefully it's sunny where you're at. Hopefully it stays beautiful today. Really soak up that sun, get out there, get that oxygen, and enjoy the day. Stay lavish.